Determining the optimal number of interviews for a qualitative research study is a critical decision that can significantly impact the quality and depth of the research findings. The ideal number of interviews varies based on several factors, including the study's objectives, the complexity of the research question, and the resources available. Generally, qualitative research aims to explore phenomena in depth and provides rich, detailed insights, which means that the number of interviews should be sufficient to achieve data saturation, where additional interviews no longer yield new information. For most qualitative research studies, conducting between 15 to 30 interviews is a common practice. This range allows researchers to gather diverse perspectives while maintaining the depth required for qualitative analysis. However, this is not a strict rule, and the exact number can vary depending on the study's scope and focus. For instance, if a study aims to explore a highly specialized topic or a specific subgroup, fewer interviews might be needed to reach saturation. Conversely, broader studies covering multiple aspects or diverse populations may require a higher number of interviews. The concept of data saturation is crucial in determining the number of interviews. Data saturation occurs when no new themes or insights are emerging from the interviews, indicating that the researcher has a comprehensive understanding of the topic. Achieving saturation is more important than reaching a predetermined number of interviews. Researchers often use iterative approaches, analyzing data as they collect it to identify when saturation is achieved. This approach allows for adjustments in the number of interviews based on emerging findings. Practical considerations also play a role in deciding the number of interviews. These considerations include the availability of participants, time constraints, and budget limitations. Qualitative research often involves in-depth, time-consuming interviews, and balancing these logistical factors with the need for comprehensive data is essential. Researchers must ensure that they can manage the interview process effectively without compromising the quality of data collection and analysis. Moreover, the type of qualitative research method used, such as phenomenology, grounded theory, or case study, can influence the number of interviews required. Different methods have varying demands for data richness and depth. For example, grounded theory might require more interviews to develop a theory from the data, while phenomenological studies might focus on fewer, more detailed interviews to understand lived experiences deeply. In conclusion, while there is no one-size-fits-all answer to the number of interviews needed in qualitative research, aiming for around 15 to 30 interviews is a reasonable guideline. The focus should be on reaching data saturation and ensuring that the data collected is rich and comprehensive. Researchers should remain flexible and responsive to the emerging data, adjusting the number of interviews as necessary to achieve a thorough understanding of the research topic. Balancing theoretical, practical, and methodological considerations will guide researchers in determining the appropriate number of interviews for their specific study.